Alright, Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, don't give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And a sincere shalom to you brothers out here pushing this word and sincerity and truth. And a sincere shalom to you sisters that's listening and learning. Alright, may the choice of election be upon your house. Back out in the highways and hedges, preaching the gospel of the kingdom to the Hebrew Israelites, okay, who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, okay, the true Israelites of the Holy Bible, all right, out here to preach repentance, preach prophecy, all right, and to turn you to your true power, whose name is Yahweh, and his only begotten son, his name is Yahweh Shai, all right, and the title of this week's lesson, all right, is called A Sword is Coming, okay, a sword is coming, and the sword is going to come to this world, and especially to, you know, America, and to you Jakes, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you Israelites, all right, sword is coming to you specifically from the Lord, man. Okay, because the Lord is sick of your you're sick of your wickedness. Okay, he's sick of your are you not repentant to Him, right? Which we know that 2/3 of our people are gonna die anyway, you know. But the sword is being sent from the Lord, okay, from whose name is Yahweh. All right, so his name is Yahweh Shai, not God, not Yahuwah, not Yahweh, not Yah. Okay, not what else they call him? What is it? Ahia, all right, and the son's name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, not Jesus Christ, not Yahushua, not Jehovah. All right, it's Yahweh Shai, man. That's the only true names you should be calling on, you know. But we're in those times where, you know, we see the signs, you know, we see the things that's coming upon the earth that the Lord is about to bring, you know, and you know, we're living in those times right now. Let's actually start with I'll start with Ezekiel. All right. I'm going too far. This is This is Ezekiel chapter 21. All right. This is Ezekiel 21. And verse 8, and it says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, whose name is Yahweh. All right, when you see the word Lord in all caps, that's the name of the Most High, whose name is Yahweh. Right? It says, oh snap, Salakia. It's a little windy out, so bear with me. But it says, Ezekiel 21:8, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give into the hand of the slayer. Who's the slayer that's talking about? All right, Esau, Edom, man. Okay, they're the sword of the Lord. It tells you that in Psalms 17. Verse 13, okay, so that this sword is being sharpened and it's being furbished, man, you know, and you know, to say, we also say that, you know, it's coming to this sword is coming to you, you know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, but really, you don't even have to look like one of us to be an Israelite, you know, you could look like a so-called white man, you could look like because we have Israelites scattered among all nations, you know, so that sword's gonna come to all Israelites, really, you know. Not just, you know, so-called blacks and Latinos and Native Americans. You know, you got to be a descendant of Jacob. That's who is coming to you. If you're not a descendant of Jacob, well, you're going to go through the great tribulation. You know, it's Jacob's trouble, and, you know, you got the great tribulation for the other nations, man. Okay? So it's going to be really, literally hell on earth. That's what the Lord is going to bring. Okay? Let's read it again. Ezekiel 21:8, starting at 8 again. It says, again, the word of the Lord, all right, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, and we prophesy these things coming, you know. Prophesy means, you know, to say before. That's what we're doing out here. We're saying these things before it happens. You know, we're telling you about Jacob's trouble. We're telling you about the mark of the beast, World War III, the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, you know, race war, civil war, gender war, all these type of things that's coming. You know, we telling these people, especially our people, the so-called Negroes, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans. All right, we're telling them of these things before they come. All right, so we're giving you the warning before it happens. So you can't say you didn't know, right? So it says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Salakia. Yeah. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, right? Say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. So this thing's being sharpened, man. You know, while you chicks are out here celebrating Halloween and get ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas, right? New Year's, all right, which is all pagan. All right, you should be celebrating those holidays, right? We have holidays in the Bible, man. Leviticus 23. You know, we got our own high holy days. These are holidays on the left-hand side. These are Esau's holidays, man. You know, but you just been indoctrinated too much. You've been in America too long. You made this place your rest. You think it's the end all be all, man, but it ain't. Okay, we got greater things coming ahead of us. We got the kingdom of heaven. You know, where all 12 tribes will be one again. You know, but continuing on, it says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it make litter. Should we then make mirth? Yeah, should we then be in a mirthful spirit? I did a lesson last night, you know. Now it's not the time to be in a mirthful spirit, you know. And forgive me. Yeah, but now it's not the time to be in a mirthful spirit, man. You know. Now you got because I did a video on this Israelites. I don't know what group they're a part of, but they had a whole wedding. They were partying, you know, drinking, right? Which is nothing wrong with, you know, doing things like that. If you want to party at your house. You know, you don't got to go out to these clubs and to these lounges and have a good time, man. You know, most men go out to parties to find women. Go to like the elder Bishop Sakaran said, go to the grocery store and find a woman. You know, go to the gym. There's women in, you know, go somewhere else than a club, man. It's full of demons in there, man. You know, but continuing on, it says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter, right? It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Yeah, should we then be in a mirthful spirit? Going back to my point, you know, now is not the time to be in a mirthful spirit right now, man. You know, Ecclesiastes, it says, the house of the wise is in the heart of the wise, Salakia. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. All right, and the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. You know, and we see that that's the spirit of the world right now. These people are in their heart is in the they're in the house of mirth right now, man. And they're not mourning, they're not sighing and crying for the abominations that's happening in the world. You know, we got moles walking around, trans walking around. They say you can your child can change its gender at a young age. You know, the food is messed up, the water smells. You know, I'm by the harbor right now. Okay, give you a quick look. All right, I'm by the harbor. This harbor stinks, man. Okay, you know why it stinks? Cause why? These people don't obey the laws. They want to eat shrimp, crabs, and lobster and stuff. But that's supposed to clean the seas, man. Clean the harbors, clean the rivers, whatever. You know, you got particular animals that's made, you know, to do a job. You know, you got this one Jake online who's eating bear legs and bear shoulders. You know, you gonna die, man. You gonna get a parasite. You know, messing with that stuff. Hey, Jake eating pigs, man. Bacon, pork. You know, all types of manner of abominations, man. But why? Because they have no order. You know, that's why the Lord's gonna bring the sword, man, to get rid of you people. Well, Lord willing, you know, we're not a part of that number. We're part of the number of the elect. That's what the hope we elect. We want to be a part of that, man. You know. So it says, verse 11, He have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give into the hand of the slayer. And Esau's the one be slaying, man. He coming down slaying. You know, well, how's he gonna do that? With his sword. You know, the Lord is sharpening Esau, man. He's gonna come down with that great wrath. Let's read that. All right, let's read Revelation. All right. It feels good to be out here, to be honest. You know, but I'm speaking my mind, speaking out loud. Revelation 12 and 12. I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night." Who's the accuser of our brethren? Esau, the so-called white man. All right, starting with your top banking elites. They're the accuser. They accuse us day and night, man. They accuse us of doing drugs and killing each other. But who are the ones putting the drugs and the guns in our neighborhoods, right? Verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, Yahushua. And we overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, man. And Yahushua made a great sacrifice for the nation of Israel. What he has done, when you really sit and think about it, he really made a wonderful, great sacrifice, man. So call Allah Yahushua for doing that, man. You know, because none of us would have did it. You know, he really went upon that cross to die for the nation of Israel, not everybody. Okay, the nation of Israel. He's the one. That's the only ones who he died for. That's the only ones who he came for. The rest of he don't care about the rest of these people, right? Verse 11 again. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Right? We don't love our lives, man. You know, we hate our lives. You know, now we got to do things. We got to go to work. We got to pay bills. Who wants to live like that, man? Okay, you may have people in your life that you talk to, but you know you're not in tune with this life, man. You know, we're ready for something different. We're yearning for the kingdom of heaven to come. You know, we're ready for righteousness to be set upon earth. You know, through the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Salakia, right? Verse 12 it says, I'm reading verse 11 again. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And then who's this devil, man? This devil is speaking of Esau, Edom. Okay, Edomites, so-called white people. Starting with your top banking elites, man. You know, your banking families. They're gonna send down those troops, right? They're gonna be rolling the streets, mercenaries, whatever you want to call them. You know, super soldiers. All right, they're gonna be in these streets, man, killing left and right, man. Don't matter who you is, but really gonna come after you, Jakes. You know, the Israelites. Doesn't matter if you're in the truth or out of the truth, because why? They want to eradicate you, man. They have a perpetual hatred. It says that. Let's read it real quick. I'm all over the place, but hey, that's the spirit. That's how the spirit rolls. Let's get it. Ezekiel, I think that's what, 35 or 20. It's either 35 or 25. Let's read it. I think it's maybe 35. Let's go with that. Yeah, Ezekiel 35 and verse 5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, our power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You know, so they have a perpetual hatred for our people, man. You know, they know the history between Esau and Jacob. You know, how we always been warring with each other. How Amalek, you know, who's Esau, they came out of they were lying and waiting for us when we were coming out of Egypt. You know, slayed our children, the men, the old people. You know, women, right? How Haman wanted to kill the Israelites, right? So there's always been a friction between the Edomites and the Israelites, man. That's who the Bible really focuses on. It focuses on all things, but that's who the Bible's really for. The Bible's for Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. You know. But now let's go to let's read let's get Jeremiah, okay. This Jeremiah, I'm gonna read, man. I'm gonna read 15. Then we're gonna go to verse chapter 16. It says, Jeremiah 15 and 1. It says, then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind. And Moses and Samuel represent what? The law and the prophets, right? Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people, his people Israel. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. It says, and it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. You see, so the Lord's gonna give a lot of Israelites gonna die in these latter days, man. You know, in these days to come. I say latter days, but we're in the latter days. But a lot of Israelites gonna die in the days to come. You know, you're gonna see a lot of death, a lot of bloodshed. You know, people gonna be killing one another. That's what we're about to see in these streets, man. Right? Verse 3, and I will point over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. Yeah, you know, the Lord's gonna put a spirit on these animals to, you know, to be killing, you know, to pass judgment. You know, don't forget about, you know, you got zoos in different cities. These animals will be let loose, man, when all hell's breaking loose. You know, so hey, don't be surprised when you see, you know, animals eating humans and stuff like that. Lions roaming the streets, tigers, right? You see carcasses on the ground. You know, you got birds flying over them. It's gonna be all types of stuff gonna be happening, man. But this is Jeremiah 16 and verse 1. The title is "The Grievous Deaths in the Land." I was talking about, you know, in Jerusalem in the past, but we could apply this today, right? It says, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. He's speaking to Jeremiah, right? For thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. Did we not just read that in Jeremiah 15? Okay, let's read that again. Verse 4. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. You see that? And so Salaki, my phone. And Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabbat, to you brothers out there. All right? Hey, how you doing? It says, verse 5, it says, for thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them. And the house, it was like a funeral, right? It says, neither go to lament nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercy. And it says in the scriptures, they shall seek peace, but there shall be none. You know, there's going to be no peace in the days to come, man. Now, this is speaking about the Israelites, but like I said, we can apply this today. In the world, there's going to be no peace. The Lord's going to take peace from this place, from this world, you know. It says, so like my eyes getting watery. It says, yeah, for I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies. Both the great and the small shall die in this land. They shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them. Yeah, because in the ancient world, you know, when you were mourning, you know, you make yourself bald. You know, it says, verse 7, neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning to comfort them for the dead, neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother. Right, because in Proverbs it tells you that if a man, roughly paraphrasing, if a man is in sorrow, give him something to drink. You know, and I gotta turn this thing. All right, so you can see the comments. I wanted it in a different way, but hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabbat Thumb. All right, to you brothers out there, Ozzy Ala Idaho, Ezekiel 7:25. We're gonna read that too. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and the counsel from the ancients. Exactly. You're gonna seek answers, but ain't gonna be none. You're gonna seek a man of the Lord, but they ain't gonna be out here. You're gonna try to go on YouTube, on the internet, and get videos, right? But they're gonna be gone, you know, because the famine of the word is gonna come, right? So you playing around. You got Jakes out here playing around with this word. When the time comes, you know, when our hell starts to break loose, they're gonna be they're gonna be looking for answers, man. That's when they're gonna want to get serious. When it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late, right? But continuing on, Jeremiah 16 and verse 8, it says, "Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting, to sit with them, to eat and to drink. For thus said the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride." So all the mirth, all the fun activities is gonna come to an end, man. All right, the Lord is not gonna be playing around when that time comes. There's gonna be a great judgment coming forth on the earth, man. You see, and a lot of Israelites gonna be a part of that judgment, right? Verse 10, it says, "It shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we committed against the Lord our power? Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, thus saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods and have served them, and have not worshipped and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me." You see, so our people are doing worse than our fathers in the past, man. You know, how are they doing that? They worship other gods still, right? They worship Islam, Jesus Christ, Caesar Borgia, right? And whatever religion they're in, man. You know, they breaking the law, right? Just doing committing adultery, right? Murder, stealing, lying, whatever, man. Lying to each other. You know, they don't love one another. They're just doing all types of wickedness, man. You know, so they're doing worse than their fathers, man. But those of us in this truth, you know, we're trying to come back to the Lord, you know, in sincerity and truth, right? So now let's read Jeremiah 30. All right, we all should know what this is. It's a little cold out here. Jeremiah 30 in verse 4, and it says, Jeremiah 30 and 4 says, "And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and Judah, and concerning Judah." Now, Israel and Judah are who? Israel is the southern kingdom. Israel is the northern kingdom, the so-called Latinos and Native Americans. All right, and Judah, which is what they call the Jews, they will be the southern kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the so-called Negroes. Right? It says, and these are the words that the Lord Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear and not of peace. That's what the Lord hears, right? Verse 5, it says, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear and not of peace." And that's what the Lord sees, man. In the days, that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a trembling, fear, and no peace. Did we not just read that in, what was that, Ezekiel? All right, what was that, Jeremiah? No peace, man, right? Verse 6 says, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turning to paleness." So people can be... the Lord is asking, you know, does a man give birth to children? Of course not. We know he doesn't. You know, we know that a man doesn't give birth to a child, right? But it's gonna be so bad during those times that, you know how like a woman is screaming in pain when a child is coming. That's how these men are gonna be. They're screaming and wailing like women, man. You know. Reading again. "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turning to paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And that's when that sword is going to come, man. All right? That sword from the Lord is going to come during the time of Jacob's trouble, you know? And Jacob's trouble is gonna be like a time. It says a time no other, man. You can't. All the events that happen in history, it's not gonna compare with what's coming to this world, man. During the time of Jacob's trouble, man. You know, let's read that actually. Let's get Daniel 12. All right. Just Daniel chapter 12. Come on, man, work with me. Right in verse 1, it says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as was never since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book." You see, it's like a time no other, man. You know, it says, "And at that time shall Michael, the archangel Michael, who's under Yahushua, right, shall stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people," right? It says, "And there shall be a time of trouble," which is Jacob's trouble, "such as never was." It says, "Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time." It's gonna be like a time no other, man. We're gonna see like all types of stuff happening, you know. And we speak on it, but we don't know how bad it really is. We just give you how you want to say it, a vivid picture of it. You know, we explain, we break it down to you. You know, and you gotta imagine it in your mind. You know, we imagine, the things happen. We imagine how it's gonna be in a time of, Jacob's trouble, man, the great tribulation. You know, I myself can see, like those movies. You know, you walk out your house, or you somewhere, you just see smoke coming from the cities, and people, you hear gunfire and stuff like that. That's how I imagine it, man. You know, people be dying lying out on the streets, right? That's like, watch the movie Leave the World Behind. What's that other movie? Civil War, right? Civil War's gonna break out in America, man. You know, we believe that. Matter of fact, let's get what's that? Isaiah 19. Salaki. Yeah, this is Isaiah 19 and verse 1. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai rideth upon a swift cloud," which that cloud is a chariot, right? It says, "It shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it." Right, the heart of Egypt, the confidence of America is gonna, excuse me, the confidence of America is gonna go down, man, right? And this Egypt is talking about America. All right, you read Revelation 11 and 8. Spiritually Sodom and Egypt. This is the spiritual Egypt, man. Spiritual Egypt, spiritual Rome. This is Rome reincarnated all over again. Babylon, Greece, our previous captivities that the Israelites were in, right? It says, verse 2, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." You see, so it's gonna be civil war is gonna come to this place, man. You're gonna see people fighting against one another, killing each other, right? Stealing, robbing, killing, all of that. You're gonna see civil war actually play out in America. Watch the movie Civil War. They show you it, right? You watch Leave the World Behind. Watch the Book of Eli. That's what we're gonna see in the days. They don't put these movies out for no reason, for entertainment. These at least know they gotta tell you the truth. So they put the truth in the movies and the TV shows and all that, and the cartoons. But they do it subtly, But they put it in the shows and all that to show you, to tell you the truth of what their plan is. Like the Mark of the Beast. Watch the Manchurian Candidate. They put the chip right in his I'm gonna go watch the movie again, Lord willing. But they put he was in the army. Denzel Washington. That's when I watched it. It was an old movie that they had, but the recent one I saw was with Denzel in it. They had put a small chip in the back of his I think it was in the shoulder, somewhere in his body, and he would have like these dreams and stuff, but and it had like a barcode in it, you got. I'm roughly paraphrasing it, but you gotta watch the movie for yourself, man. It's a good movie to watch, you know. But I read it again. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against every. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And in that day, you hear the police sirens right now. You're gonna hear that in the time of Jacob's trouble. You're not gonna hear that in the time of civil war and all that, man. You know, the police not gonna be around to save you. So you coming out here won't be proud and think you don't need a man. You know, you through, man. you gonna be done. You know. Look at this shit. It's locked here, y'all. What's up, bro? What are you doing, man? Put some pants on, dude. That's America, though, man. This is America for you. This is America for you, bro. Like, why your shorts that little, bro? You a freak, you know? I would never wear shorts, bro. I would never wear shorts that small to show my legs. Come on, man. That's turning the men into you know, they want the men soft. You know, there's no real men anymore. The only real men are the men of the Lord. You know, you got these you know, Andrew Tate and who else? Fresh and Fit. You know, they seem like, you know, but they're men, but the real men are the men of the Lord, man. You know, the true masculine men are the men of Yahweh Bashim, the apostles, the prophets, the teachers, all right, evangelists. Those are the real men of the Lord, man. You know, bringing back the true ways of the Bible. And that's what this world's gonna go back to, the true ways of the Bible, man. You know how it was in the ancient world. We're gonna eat from the earth. You know, getting our resources from the earth, man, not from, you know, the store and stuff like that. But going back, Isaiah 19:2, it says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. That's what we're gonna see. All right, people gonna be fighting against one another, man. You know, bloodshed, death. You know, people gonna be invading houses. You know, taking these women. Right? It told you in Isaiah 13 that women gonna be ravished. If you know what ravished means, it means what? Rape. You know, I ain't gonna say the word, but you know, well, rape. That's what it means, man. You know, you're gonna be taken. All right. Let's read let's read Matthew 24, or let's read Matthew 24. Let's read it. This is Matthew 24. All right, these are the signs. That's how we know. All right, that we're getting closer and closer to these days, man, because the signs that's happening in the earth, right? So this is Matthew 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what sign shall be? Right? And what sign, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Right? Now, when they go to the word world, right, in the Greek, it's aeon, meaning age. Right? And we tell you that, let's get right? Let's go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. Second Esdras chapter 6. Right? Second Esdras 6 and 7. And it says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first? The end of the first. What's the first? The end of the first earth age. Right? You go read Daniel chapter 2 or 7. It gives you the first earth age. You know, the Babylonians and then the Medes and the Persians. The Medes and the Persians, then the Greeks, then the Romans. Now you got you got the Americas, right? It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? Who's the beginning of it that followeth? All right, the word of Israel, right? The rulership of the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, right? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, right? And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So that word world, all right, in the end of the world is Esau's world. And the beginning of the next is Jacob, the Israelites. So going back, okay. Going back to Matthew 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Right? So you can, like I said, go on the word world, it's the Greek word aeon, meaning age, right? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, or I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. You see, and we got that already. You got you got this guy walking around saying he's the Messiah. He's the anointed. But what we know that it tells you in Isaiah that he will not meet us as a man. The Savior already came in the flesh. He's not gonna come back twice again in the flesh. No, the second time he comes back, he's gonna come back with chariots, the angels, as an angelic force. So the second time he returns, he's not coming back as a man in the flesh. He's coming back as an angelic being, as an angelic force, right? And Yahweh shall answer unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and shall deceive many, and many are being deceived already. This guy got followers. You know who it is. Yah Judah. He has followers. Women are following him. Men. Just dumb. But he. If he was the Messiah, where's the chariots? Where are the chariots at? But why isn't Esau being taken down? Okay, right? Why is the society still going on if you're the Messiah, right? So it says, verse 5, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? Wars and rumors of wars. You got the Ukraine and Russia war. That's intensifying. Now you got North Korea over there helping out Russia. Now South Korea trying to send troops over to Ukraine to help out. So you got them clashing. Oh, you got China wanting to invade Taiwan, right? You got the wars in the Middle East, right? You got Israel and going against the Arab nations, Iran and Lebanon. What's the other one? Hamas, right? I believe Turkey's in there somewhere. I don't think so, but Turkey's they're not in damn, I just saw an article on End Time Headlines. Turkey is not they're not aligned with Israel anymore. Why? Because they're tired of because they're tired of them bombing their Muslim brothers, man. But it says, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Yeah, all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, man. Right? Let that go past. See, when it says, verse 7, it says, For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And we're about to see famines and pestilence. We're already seeing earthquakes everywhere. We see earthquakes in the West Coast. We see earthquakes, over in the other regions of the world, right? We got earthquakes even in America. So we see earthquakes. There's gonna be famines coming. It was an article I did. It was a video I did on an article on the People's Voice. The WEF, they're planning a man-made famine, in 2025, because you got Bill Gates who's buying up all the farmland, and he's gonna make they're gonna make people eat crickets and roaches and stuff like that, and you're gonna be happy with it, man. You be eating bugs for breakfast, that's why these devils gotta be taken out of power, because why would you want to do that? That's the mind of a wicked ruler, That's the mind of a wicked ruler. And they look at y'all, they look at us as slaves. So if you look at us as slaves, how are we gonna be fed? You know, because your slave gotta be healthy to work, you know. But they don't care about you. They want to depop. They want to unalive the mass of the population. This is a wicked ruler, man. And these people want them to be saved. Come on, let's be real, man. We gotta wait. But they're asleep, man. They're Stockholm syndrome. You know, it don't matter what you do to your you know, to them, they're still going to love their master, whatever happens, right? So read it again. It says, "For a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows," and it's just the beginning, man. We're in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, man. It hasn't intensified yet, but hey, it's getting close to that point. It's going to intensify as we go on, and as the days go by, we're closer and closer to all hell breaking loose. You know, the mark of the beast been made mandatory, which is the RFID chip. World War III is getting very, very close, man. You know, verse 9 it says, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." Right? This is also going to happen. You know, us believers in this truth who call ourselves Hebrew Israelites, we're going to be persecuted for this word, man. Persecuted for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know, if you call yourself a Hebrew, it doesn't matter if you're out here on the highways and hedges. It don't matter if you're watching the videos. You know, if you go out with the brothers, you know, in the congregation, they're gonna come to. They know who you are, man. You know, so you're gonna be targeted. We're all gonna be targeted. You know, but we have to let's get what's it saying? 2 Timothy. Let's read that. Just lock in 1 second. Try and get to it. Man. Okay, 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3, it says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach." So you got to endure hardness, man. You know, you're going to be persecuted. You're going to come. You may be thrown in the FEMA camp, a detention center, but we got to endure those afflictions and trials, man. You know, the Lord willing, the Lord put that spirit on us in that time. Because it's easy to say it now. It's easy to say, you know, I ain't taking that foot the mark of the beast. You know, it's easy to say, you know, you ain't going to do that. But when you ain't eating in 3 days, when you out there cold and you know, you ain't got nobody to call, you ain't got the brothers around you, you know, you're gonna be, you know, some are gonna fold in those times, man. They'll be like, man, I didn't sign up for this. you know how Jake get. I didn't sign up for this. So they're gonna go down, they're gonna take the mark of the beast so they can eat, you know. And now you're gonna die, man. You're gonna burn up, all right. So you never really believed in this thing, you know. Yeah, that's a scary thing to talk about, but hey, that's gonna happen, man. We pray. You gotta pray and hope that the Lord puts a strong spirit on you in those times, man. That's the Apostle Gabar says it all the time. You know, you got like he says, like a time no other, like for Jacob's trouble. So in that time, how should your mind be? You know, you have a real strong mind. You have to endure those types of things, man. Not eating for a couple of days, you know, not taking a shower. You're gonna be out there, maybe in the cold. We don't know how it's gonna be. Maybe cold out there, running in the forest somewhere, running away from Esau. They're going down with that sword. They got robot dogs, they got AI robots, you know, guns, all types of stuff. They got infrared technology to track us down, man. But who gonna keep us safe in that? Who you gonna think upon in those days, man? Right? You gonna be thinking about your family, or no? You're gonna be thinking about Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Because why? It says the angel's gonna protect us. The Lord's gonna protect us, man. We're gonna eat, so we're gonna be all right. You know, Lord, when we have that number. So continuing on, Matthew 24 and verse 9 again. "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another." Right? People gonna be turning on one another, man. They'll be turning. You know, we also got don't be surprised if you got spies, agents, all right, in your camp. You know, You know, it's spies and agents in all camps. That's what the elder Apostle Tahar said. Even in GMS, you know, you got spies, agents, police, in every camp, man. You know, so don't be surprised when you know you get turned on by a brother you thought who was a brother, who was a true man of the Lord, right? It says, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. You got a lot of that right now. A lot of false prophets are popping up. You know, this new one, Prince of the Power. You know, trying to make fun of the truth. You know, saying that you know we rely on the mark of the beast, and it's all trying to make fun of the elect, which this truth is only for the elect, which you can't understand that. You know, the only ones who can get this truth, the 100% truth according to the Bible, are the elect, man. They're the only ones who are going to understand it. They're the only ones who are going to get it. You know, they're the ones going to be doing the work of the Lord. You know, so the elect are the only ones going to get this word, going to get this truth. Everybody else, the Lord doesn't want. You know. So continuing on, it says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. You know, come up with wayward doctrines. Talking about saying the mark of the beast is in the RFID chip. There is no Jacob's trouble. You know, all nations can be saved. Esau is the white man. You know, just come with these different doctrines, man. You know, they're not true prophets. They're false prophets. You know, they want to be of the world. They want to be world friendly. We ain't world friendly, man. We don't care for these people out here. You know, we just care about the elect, the nation of Israel, right? That's who we out here for. And little when we hoping ourselves are a part of that number. You know, so we don't care. We're not world friendly. You know, we're gonna tell you we're gonna give it to you raw, cut, and 100%, man. We're gonna give you the truth. We're gonna tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna tell you that women are gonna be raped out here, man. We're gonna tell you that it's gonna be a famine. You may die in a FEMA camp. You know, you're gonna go to a detention. You may gonna get your head chopped off. We're gonna tell you this type of stuff, right? It says, verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Iniquity is what? Wickedness, sin upon sin. All right, hey y'all Israelites, I need to repent before it's too late. All right, so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, you are the true Hebrew Israelites. You know, before it's too late, you need to repent and turn to the Lord Yahweh, the Most High, and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, man. Right. Verse 12 it says, Matthew 24:12 it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And iniquity is what? Like I said, wickedness, sin upon sin. You know. And iniquity shall abound. The love of many shall wax cold. Cold, and go to the word cold in the Greek. It's the word psycho. You know, people be it goes to waning love. People gonna be killing each other out here. You know, robbing each other, stealing, right? Blood. We saw all types of stuff out here, man. Right? It says, verse 13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. So if you endure to the end, right, then you'll be saved. Right now, no Christian is saved. All right, nobody is saved right now. If you got to endure to the end, you know, you got to endure the famine. You got to endure the tribulation. You got to endure the bloodshed, death. You got to endure all that, right? It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's going to talk about the Israelites, because why? It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. Why is it being preached to all nations? Because the Israelites are scattered in all nations. That's why. Okay, it's not this word is, you know, and to tell the nations, you know, the heathen of their judgment, telling them of what's to come. You know, they're going into slavery. They're gonna be under the Israelites, right? They're gonna be serving us. That's their judgment. But for the Israelites, you know, we're preaching this word into all nations because the Israelites are scattered into all nations, right? It says, I'm jumping down to the verse. Matter of fact, let's get second address. Let's go into that for a little bit. Okay, so this is second address. We read 15 and 16. Okay. Second chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. You see, so these words are faithful and true, man. These words are going to come to pass. Okay, the prophecies are going to happen. Jacob's trouble is going to happen. Famine is going to happen. pestilence is gonna come, like it happened in 2020, right? Earthquakes are gonna happen, all right? People gonna be dying out here, all right? We're gonna see these things happen in real time, man, right? So it says, verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, right? And incredulity means unbelief, you know? And it says in Romans 3, right? Let's read it, matter of fact. Lock it. Try and get it. All right, this is Romans 3 and 3. It says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So just because they don't believe, you know, we don't care if you don't believe. We just give you the warning. That's what we here to do. We here you to warn you about the things that's coming. So if you don't believe, then that's on you, man. The Lord didn't put that spirit on you to believe, right? He put the spirit on you to be an unbeliever, to be a scoffer, to be a mocker, right? So continuing on, it says, verse 5 says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's what we're about to see upon this place. The sword, right? Like the title of this lesson, a sword is coming, right? So let's read it again, verse 5. 2 chapter 15 and verse 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Right? What's these plagues, man? What are these plagues, Lord? The sword, right? People be dying out here. And then the modern day sword is what? These guns, all right? Guns, grenades. You know, the sword of Esau and these other, jakes out here that got them, right? This is the sword, famine, scarcity of food, right? Water. You're not going to eat for a couple days, maybe weeks, 2 weeks, right? People gonna be dying of starvation out here, man. It tells you in the scriptures and Lamentations, you should rather die by the sword than starvation, because when you die, you're still alive, you're still conscious, you're still alive for that, man. But you die of the sword, it's quick and it's quick and over, it's over and quick, just like that, right? So it says, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. It says, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Right? Those in the heavens, they're crying to the Lord, they're complaining to him, asking for vengeance. And us down here, we're complaining to the Lord continually, man. Right? It says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Right? And the Lord's going to avenge those whose blood was shed innocently. Right? Like when Esau came over here, right, and killed off the Native Americans, right? The Seminole Indians, right? Look at the Trail of Tears, man. Look up on what was that? The Native, was it the Indian? I forgot how it was. There was a act that made the Indians leave the Florida, and had to go to the different other states. They had to meet. If you were on east of the Mississippi River, Salaki. If you were east of the Mississippi River, you had to leave that land. All Native Americans, Seminole Indians, all of that. And what they did to the so-called Latinos and Mexicans, all that type of bloodshed that they committed, man. Right? So verse 10 it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. What's the land of Egypt? All right, it's modern day Egypt, not modern. So like, not spiritually, America is Egypt. That's what it's talking about, right? But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. You see, that's how you know that America is Egypt today, because of physical Egypt. We ain't know. Well, it's a lot of us. Like I said, we're scattered among the nations, but the whole Israelites as a whole is not over there. We're in America today, which is Egypt. All right. It says you read Revelation 11:8 for that, right? Verse 12: Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Verse 14: Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Right? Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, man. Right? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. That's a civil war right there, man. That's civil war right there for you. Okay, let's read that again. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. You see, modern day, the sword today is the modern day guns. These, Smith & Wesson, the Glock 19, the AK-47. All right, these are modern day swords. All right, that people have that purchased, that they have in their houses, their homes. Okay, and many other things. Verse 16: For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? Sedition. What's sedition? Sedition is a rebellion or an uprising against the authorities or the authority at hand, the higher powers. The governments, your mayors, senators. Right? You got Donald Trump, who recently won the election. People well, they're not rioting right now, but soon Trump's gonna bring that sword, man. Don't forget about Project 2025. Okay? And he already kind of starting it. He wants because I read it last night, a little bit. But he want to deport all illegal immigrants. He already getting it in the gear, And when he get into office, we expecting something to happen. Him, doing something, right? So verse 16 again: for there shall be sedition among men, right? Which are uprisings, riots, right? And invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. Ooh, that's martial law being set up, man. Okay, martial law. Got these troops roaming the streets, right? You're gonna have blockades set up, checkpoints. Can't go into a certain part of the city, right? Because it's blocked off right there. And don't forget, they want to build these 15-minute cities, right? I believe it was one already in Arizona. That's a 15-minute city in Arizona. They want to do one in Tampa. They want to build these 15-minute cities to to keep the people to watch over the people, man. To have surveillance on you, right? Why they control the rest of the land. That's why Elon Musk buying up all the farmland. But continuing on. Verse 18: for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulations. That's what we're about to see, man. People gonna be invading people's houses, for the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. Killing one another, right? You think your neighbor's so nice right now? Hey, wait till that day comes, man. wait till it's famine. It's barely any food, any water, right? The power is out. We believe, through the spirit, right? That Esau's gonna bring some type of false flag or what's the other one? A black swan event, to gain control of the people. They may shut off take the power grid, shut off the power for a certain amount of time. Maybe it's not gonna be like a month or nothing, but maybe a week or two. Right? And people gonna go crazy out here, man. They gonna go crazy. They gonna go wild. I'm telling you, we believe that through the spirit. So don't be surprised, right? Matter of fact, let's read this real quick. 2 Corinthians 14. Okay. And 13, it says, now therefore set thy house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and renounce corruption. Right, set your house in order. And what's your house? Your house is your body. This is your temple. This is your house right here. It tells you that in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, and I believe 2 Corinthians chapter 6. Okay, this is your temple is your body, man. This is your house right here. Get yourself. This goes for myself as well, man. You know, get ourselves mentally prepared, spiritually prepared. You know, hey, maybe a little bit physically, because you may have to run. You know, you brothers out there, you especially you brothers and you sisters out there, get in that gym, man. Exercise, go for a walk, go for a jog. You don't know your situation that you're going to be in. You know, you may have to run from Esau and the robot dogs and the AI robots and stuff like that, right? This is what we're about to see upon this is what they're about to bring, all right, upon these people and upon this world, man, right? So it says, now therefore set thy house in order, and reprove thy people, and comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Right, haste thee to flee from these times, man. Okay, put off the mortal thoughts, man. Okay, don't worry about the thing that's going on right now. Worry about what's coming ahead. Matter of fact, that's in let me see. I think that's in 2nd Ezra 7. Let's see. Yeah, 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 14. It says, if 2nd Ezra 7 and 14, it says, if then they that live labor not enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. Now therefore why disquietest thou thyself, saying thou art but a corruptible man? And why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal? Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? You see, so focus on what's to come. Salaki. Let's read it again. Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? Right. Don't focus on the present, man. Okay. Focus on what's about to come ahead of us. What's about to the martial troops and the martial law, the famine, mark of the beast, all that. Focus on what's to come, man. Because that's gonna be that's what you focus on, prophecy, right? So going back, so don't let go of the mortal thoughts, man. Let go of the let's read it again if we get back to it. Okay. 2nd Ezra 14 and 14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, and cast away the burdens of man. Oh, how am I going to eat? How am I going to pay my bills? So I'm going to pay this car note. This is that and the third. Don't worry about that, man. Put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Right, greater evils are coming. Okay, greater evils about to come upon this world, man. So you can't worry about the present right now, right? It says yeah. So that was it on that. Let's now go to 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. It says, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? This is the prophet Ezra, right? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right, these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Like I said in Matthew 24 and 8, right? It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. See, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right, what are you going to do when these evils come upon you, man? Who are you going to rely on? You going to rely on the Esau, right? Or you going to rely on Yahweh Shem Shai, man? Okay. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Right? A scourge is like a what? A punishment. right? And amendment is for a correction, you know. So it says, but for all, it says, reading it again, but behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. You know, the scourge is like a whip, you know, for punishment. And amendment is a correction. So the Lord is sending these things for as a punishment to correct his people, right? But what does it say? But for all these things, they shall not turn But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, right? You know, they're gonna continue doing what they're doing, right? Continue to be wicked, right? Not being not repentant to the Lord. They're gonna continue in these things, man, right? It says, verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion, right? It tells you in Luke 21:25 that, roughly paraphrasing that, it's gonna be a great perplexity. We got the word perplexity. All right, it goes. It's the Greek word. I forgot how it was, but when you go to the root word of it, it means to be in straits, not knowing which way to turn. You know, so these people out here, these people out here, that you see, they're not gonna know which way to turn, man. In those times, they're not gonna know what to do. They're not gonna know who to rely on. They're gonna rely on the Esau. You know, they're gonna rely on the Lord, right? And some even may call on the Lord. They're gonna call on God and Jesus Christ, but they're not real. Well, Jesus Christ that's a idol, man. Jesus Christ can't help you in the time of trouble. Yahweh Shai, that he can help you, but these people don't know Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, they don't know who that is, right? They don't know the true God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? So continuing on, it says, verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So hey, you escape hunger, you got the sword waiting for you, man, right? Like I said in Jeremiah 15, right? And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. You know, this is the times that we're coming into, man. You know, the cities there's gonna be total destruction in these cities, right? You're gonna see, riots out here. You're gonna hear gunfire. All types of stuff. People gonna be killing one another, right? It's gonna be all hell's gonna be breaking. The sword is coming. That sword is about to come, man. And you Jakes out here, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you need to repent before it's too late, man. It's gonna be, hey, you're gonna be out here, fighting on your own, right? So 2 Esdras 16. I'm jumping down to verse 36. It said, behold, 2 Esdras 16 and 36. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Right, the plagues are drawing nigh, man. Okay, they're not slack. Right, it says, when a woman with child is in the 9th month, bringing forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when they come, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Right, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Right, so like a woman's in travail. All right, hey, shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatham. All right, to you brothers out here, Jeremiah Kazak, shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah, to your household. Right, verse 39 again. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Right, so like a woman's in pain, in her labor pains, they slack out a moment. Right, she's feeling it. So when those plagues come upon the world, hey, people gonna be feeling it on every side. They're gonna be sorry. They're gonna be in a scared, screaming like women. Well, the women gonna be screaming, but men are gonna be screaming like women. People not gonna know what to do out here, man. Right? Verse 40 says, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth." Right? What's a pilgrim? A pilgrim is what? Someone that is moving from one place to another. Okay? You may be in a certain situation where you're going to have to be a pilgrim. You can't stay in one place, because Esau gonna be tracking, coming down on Jake. Coming down on us, man. So you're gonna have to move from one place to another. But Yahweh Bashim Yashar gonna keep you safe. Hey, you may be in a situation where you may be running from Esau. There's gonna be no way out. You can't go nowhere else. You know, but the Lord's gonna do something for them to go right past you, man. They may shield you or make you turn invisible, something, man. You know, have the angels to mess up their mind and just go right past. You know, that's the power of the Lord is gonna be working in those times. Like Elijah, the Lord took care of Elijah when he was when a famine came, right? He took care of Paul during those persecutions he went through, right? He took care of all his men, all the great men, you know, of our heritage. So why? So is it gonna be the same way today? Yes, he's gonna take care of his men, his elect, right? Verse 41: He that selleth, right, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that have no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he shall not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall not they that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore that they that labor in vain. For strangers shall reap the fruits, and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine they shall get children. Right. So basically, the Lord is basically saying all these things that you do is gonna be useless, man. You know, you try and build a house, you know, it's gonna be destroyed anyway. It's gonna be burned up. You trying to get a family, you know, get some kids, get a wife, the wife picket fence, a car. That's all meaningless, man. Because why? The days we're about to come into, you know. You may be separated from your family. You may be separated from the brotherhood. You know, you may be by yourself in that time. You may be tossed into a FEMA camp. You know, you gonna be there by yourself. There's gonna be other people in there as well, but you're not gonna know nobody, right? You're not gonna be around the brothers, right? You're gonna be all alone, just you. And in that time, your faith, that's the most important thing, man. Our faith is gonna be important in those days. Do we truly believe in this word? Do we truly believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? Do we truly believe that He's going to take care of his chosen, of his elect? You know, Lord, when we have that number, you know, are we going to endure into the end? That's the most important thing about this. Is your faith going to keep you stable in that time? You know, because a lot of these Israelite groups out here right now, they're not worried about Jacob's trouble in the mark of the beast. They preaching the laws, you know, which is good. But you can't. The laws ain't gonna save you in that time, you know. The laws ain't gonna help you in those days. You can't be saved by the law. You can be saved by your faith and grace, and also if you're of the elect, right? So jumping down, right? Jumping down to verse 67. Behold, the Most High Himself is the judge. Fear Him. Leave all from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. Right? If you just trust in the Lord, man, and you repent, turn to the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you Israelites out here, all right, and those who are scattered abroad, you repent, you know, you have faith and trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, He'll lead you forth from all trouble, man. You know, don't take matters in your own hands. All right, but trust in the Lord. That's what it's about. Gotta have trust, man. Okay. If you try to take things into your own hands, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna fuck up. You know. You're gonna mess up and you're gonna end up dead, or you're gonna end up taking the mark of the beast, you know. Verse 68, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. Right? You're gonna be in the FEMA camp, right? You're gonna offer you the mark of the beast, right? It tells you in Revelation 2:10, they're gonna give you a certain amount of it's gonna be 10 days. Now that could be, they could give you a certain amount, they could give you a time period to take they're gonna give you a time period to take the mark of the beast. You know, they're gonna throw you in a FEMA camp. They're gonna say if you don't take it, we're gonna give you a certain amount of time to take the mark of the beast. If you come back and you still refuse it, we're gonna kill you. You know, that may be the scenario, or they may just take you, they may bring you to a FEMA camp, you know, and just kill you right then and there, man. You know, they're gonna have guillotines, because Trump, like I said, Trump is back in office. He gonna bring that sword, man. Okay, he gonna bring those those type of I don't want to say those acts, you know, those laws. We have firing squads, guillotines, all types of stuff, man. So we gotta think upon this stuff, man. Okay, are we ready to die for this word? Are we ready to die for? Are we prepared to get our heads chopped off for preaching against the society, for preaching against Esau, you know, for preaching against the mark of the beast? Are we ready are you ready to get your head chopped off for that? You know, for standing firm against for Yahweh Shem Yahushua? You know, in your mind you should say yes. I'm ready, man. You know, you got to build yourself up for that. You know, build yourself up to be prepared to be put to death, to be slaughtered. And not all of us are gonna be put to death, but hey, it tells us that, you know, in Revelation 20, you know, some are gonna be beheaded. All right, verse 69, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Right, you know, you side with Esau. Once they, you got these jakes out here who side with Esau, but once they get rid of you, you know, once they done with you and your works, they're gonna throw your ass in a FEMA camp too. You know, you may get chipped up. Right? It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid neither doubt, for the Most High is your God. You see? So hey, don't be afraid in those days, man. Don't have no doubt in your mind. Okay? If you're doing what you're told, if you are worshiping Yahushua, Salakia. If you're worshiping Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in sincerity and truth, you're doing what you out here on the highways and hedges, you're doing your videos, you getting with the brothers, you being charitable to the ministry. Hey, the Lord's gonna take care of you, man. But if you out here being a demon, if you just know you're Israelite, but you still partying, you still smoking weed, you being an adulterer, you breaking laws, right? You being a demon out here, the Lord ain't worried about you, man. You know, He gonna let you be killed out here. You gonna be in a FEMA camp, and you gonna take the mark. A lot of these Israelites out here, they're gonna take the mark of the beast. All right, even those in the truth, because why? They're not being prepared for this. They're not being built up for the times that's coming. You know. They've been built up for you know, Israelite marriages and parties and cookouts and stuff like that. But we're not in that time. You know, we're not in that time for being in the time of mirth. Like I said in the beginning, we're not in that time right now, man. Okay, and that's what they show. They show you the glitz and the glamour, but they don't tell you about what's to come. You know, they don't preach those type of stuff. They want to keep it what's the word? They want to keep it like it's all good and great. Which is good. It's good to be an Israelite, but it's stuff that you're gonna go through a lot of stuff when it comes to this truth, man. Persecution, or affliction, suffering, right? You know, that's what you're gonna go through, man. They don't preach the suffering. They don't preach the about persecution. They don't preach about affliction, suffering. You know, appealing to the masses. The water, brother. They want to appeal good to the masses, man. You know. They want to show you the Israelite marriages. They want to show you, but all this you can have multiple wives. But they want to show the Israelite marriages. They want to show the partying. You know, the garments, right? They got good garments. You know, I can't lie. Their garments are hard. You know, but it's deeper than that, man. All right, these are the scribes and the Pharisees that was coming up against the church, persecuting the church in Yahushua, man. You know, these are the same people coming back today. All right, but I don't want to keep rambling. I'm still want to get to more scriptures, Lord willing. Right, let's go to let's read that actually. Let's read that Revelation 2 and 10. Okay, this is what the true men of the Lord are going to tell you. You're gonna go through persecution. You're gonna go through affliction. All right, you're gonna go through suffering. Matter of fact, let's get this is let me see, 2 Timothy chapter 2. Matter of fact, no, let's get. Bro, there's so much stuff. There's a lot of precepts coming to my mind now. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 8. It says, remember that Yahushua of the seed of David, right, was raised from the dead according to the gospel. So that proves that what? Yahushua came in the flesh as a man. Okay, he's from the line and the seed and the lineage of David. His father Joseph, all right, was from the line of David. Okay, it says, verse 9, wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds. But the word of the Most High is not bound. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake. It says, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sakes, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushua with eternal glory. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he will also deny us. If we believe not, yet he abideth faithful. He cannot deny himself. You see. So even Paul, he endured all things for the elect's sake, man. We should be the same way. Okay. Let's get this one in 2 Peter I was reading. All right. 2 Peter chapter 2. I believe it's 2 Peter 2. Is it? No. It's 1 Peter 2. And 1 Peter 2 and 20, it says, For what is it Salakia? For what glory is it if we, right? Salakia, I'm a little excited. Forgive me, y'all. Okay. 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 20. For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with the Most High. For even hereunto were ye called, because Yahushua also suffered for us, leaving us an example, that ye shall follow his steps, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth, who, when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but he committed himself to him that judgeth righteously. Right. You see, so he committed himself to them that judgeth righteously, man. Hello. Right? What's going on? Brother put Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Right, we read that earlier. That's the spirit. Slakia. It says, Revelation 12 and 11, KJV, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, Yahushua, and by the word of their testimony, that they love not their lives unto the death. Right. I read that earlier at the water, brother. You know, we don't love our lives unto the death, man. You know. It says, and they overcame him we overcame by the blood of Yahushua, man. We overcame this word. We came over the image. It says that in Revelation somewhere. We came over the beast, the image, and his mark. You know, by the blood of Yahushua, man. By the blood of Yahushua, Salaki. Right? So reading it again, it says, verse 23, 2 Peter 2 and 23 says, who, when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judgeth righteously. Right? Who his own self bare our sins in his own body on that tree, that we, being dead to sins, should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed. For ye were as sheep gone astray, but now return unto the shepherd and bishop of your souls. You see? So Yahushua left us an example how we should be, man. You know, if we get persecuted, we get, going through affliction and suffering, be like him, man. You know, he was reviled, but he didn't revile back. You know, he was reproached, but he didn't get all, he didn't try to take matters into his own hands, man. He left it up to Yahweh. He left it to his father, Yahweh. You know, so I'm gonna read one more. I'm gonna read this. 1 Peter 5. All right. And in verse 8, it says, be sober, be vigilant. Right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 6. 2 Peter 5 and 6 says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. Casting all your care. Slakia. All right, so 1 Peter 5 and 6 again. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High. Right? Come on, man. It says, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. You see, so we gotta be sober and be vigilant out here, man. Okay, because why? Our adversary, the devil, all right, is walking about, man. He's seeking who he may devour, which is, you know, of course, the spiritual demon Satan, right? But also Esau Edom, man. Okay, gotta be sober minded. But sober goes into you know, being sober minded. You know, and vigilant means what? Being you know, watching. You know, the for the things that's happening, you know, in the world, being watchful. You know, being cautious. You know, don't indulge too much in this world, man. You know, if you want to, you know, do a little things, you know, hey, do it in the house. That's what I do. You know, I stay in the house. If I want to have a good time, I do it in the house, man. You know, if I want to go out to eat, you know, go out to eat, but I go straight home. You know, sometimes, you know, you may want to chill a little bit, right? But hey, we can't be too much. We can't indulge too much in this world, man. Because wait, the greater evil is about to come upon this world, man. We're about to see death, destruction, you know, famine, all that bloodshed. But we got to prepare ourselves for that, you know. So, Lord willing, this was edifying to you, brothers and you sisters out there. Salakia. Lord willing, this was edifying to you, brothers and you sisters out there. All right, we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teaching Ruel. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you brothers out here, you sincere brothers out here that's pushing this word, all right, in all sincerity and truth, and a sincere shalom to you sisters, all right, that's listening and learning, all right, may the choice of election be upon your households, all right, Lord willing, this was edifying. Thanks video, I'm going to say, shalom, Kwam Yasharallah, wa abba, all right, shalom.